What's going on, everybody? Mitch, I don't see you.
Well, you will. Give me a chance. Hello, people.
Uh,
It's my new.
Mitch is lost in virtual land again. Oh, God, you startled me.
How are you, Don?
I'm fantastic. Had my got my shot today at about 3:45. Got my first vaccine, so I'm very excited. Got my second one the end of April. No problems. No pain in the arm. Nothing. Nothing, honey.
You don't. The first day you won't feel pain, but tomorrow you will.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, I think my pain was worse than Margaret's.
Is that right? Did you get the Pfizer or the Moderna?
Moderna.
Moderna. That's what I thought. It's funny. I couldn't think of that in another chat earlier. The chat that we don't discuss. They were talking about the different names. I couldn't. I knew it was Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson. I couldn't think of the Moderna.
Johnson's the single shot, and the other two, the Pfizer, Moderna, 2 shots. You have to have.
All right. I've said hi in the chat to most everybody. Let me start from the backwards here and go backwards and then go forward. Say there's Laz from Musical Therapy. Laz, Guitar Hack just jumped in. The Hack is in the our stream. I was going to say that other place. Blackjack Guitar Nuts in. Hey, dude. Rick Hefner, Janice Lala, my buddy Bill Radnauer, Lars Guitars, which is Larry, Dan in New Jersey. Four Walls Music is my buddy Mark. He's going to stop in for a few minutes to see what's shaking in this place, he said. And I said there's a hole without the W. A whole lot of shaking going on. And Ann Ridenauer's in the chat. Hi, Ann. Janet and I are going to go see Ann and Bill on Easter Sunday because we're all Easter orphans. That's what we call us. And of course, Zach Thong is always the first guy there every week. Like, and did I say Janice? Hi, Janice. Quentin James. What's up, Quentin? All right, what do you got, Mitch?
How's the audio, guys? Now I'm not on the lapel mic tonight. I didn't feel like wearing it, so I just have to stay here so you can hear me, and everything will be fine.
There's Daniel Horsley. I better look better than I have before because I've got this. My show host here was so gracious to not let me pay for it. He bought me a Logitech 922C camera,
C922,
webcam,
but
C9.
Sam's Club carries them. It's called a Logitech Pro, but they're the same as the. It just doesn't say C922, but it is, and
so I
they
think
they have them pretty cheap there. So
this should be the best picture I've had yet, and I think it looks pretty cool. And however, we have to download or upload some program because you're still going to see the glowing occasionally, which is
sometimes there's a color change, and it may not be the camera, it could be the computer, and sometimes you might want to check try different ports, USB ports, see if one port works better than the other.
Right, and that is Gary Big G Tholander has joined us.
Gary,
hey Gary,
how you doing,
Gary?
Buddy? You know what I told my wife today? I said, I would like to go to like Disney World, Universal Studios again one more time. She can't do all that kind of walking and at all. I said, well, I'll push you in a wheelchair.
You push her in a chair, yeah.
I said we can take Missy and her boyfriend with us, but I don't.
Well, hey, the last time I went down there was with we met her brother and sister-in-law and her brother's daughter, who had broke her foot, and she got pushed around. I mean, she was only 30 some years old, or 40 years old at the time, and she got pushed. We pushed her around the whole park for 3 days. So you can do that. Or I wouldn't mind go big bucks and get an electric chair. Or
I think I like Universal Studios. I might have liked that the best.
I didn't. Me and Janet didn't do that, but the kids did, and they liked it. Her
actually, more than anything, I like Cape
grandnephews.
Cape Kennedy or Cape Cod. We saw the space shuttle Discovery. And we took the tour to go right to the launch pad, and Discovery was on the launch pad. We didn't see it go off or anything.
Did you stay on the Disney complex?
Nah, no, never did.
Oh, okay.
We elsewhere. But I remember the one time we went.
You didn't see it take off, did you?
No. I was saying no. We just saw it on the launching pad.
Cool.
It was at the time. You paid a little extra for the like a bus tour. Just goes around the.
Okay, that's cool.
The assembly building and then the launching pad, and you could see the Discovery was there. But I was never there when they had a launch. I would have loved to. That'd be cool.
Well, it's probably better having a guide telling you what was going on than just walking around and guessing, right?
Well, we were on a bus. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't real long, but we did that twice. Went there twice, and then in 84 and 98. And then,
did they stop so you could get out and take pictures and stuff?
Nah, I don't think we could get out of the bus. Nah.
Really?
No,
that sucks.
But Universal Studios was cool. Disneyland. We went to Disneyland. I mean Disney World. It's Florida. Disneyland's in California. But then they have what was the one? There's another one that I think Disney bought. What was it? It was called like MGM Studios or something. Now that was pretty cool. Where they have the Death Tower thing or whatever it's called.
Tower Terror.
Tower Terror. That's it.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the greatest ride. In my opinion, the Tower of Terror is the greatest ride of all time.
Margaret, she went all the way up there, and she said, "No, I can't do that." So she didn't do it.
Fun.
Nah,
oh my
it
God.
wasn't that bad. I didn't think it was all that bad.
I thought it was cool.
It's like the elevator thing, right? Are we talking about?
It just drop. Yeah, you just drop, and everybody's screaming, and they do. You can do this thing where you put a I think, a coin in your hand, and it
Hmm.
drops so fast the coin actually is suspended in the air
Oh yeah,
as you're
yeah.
going. So we didn't do that. It's
No.
kind of goofy if you ask me, but I'll tell you a funny story later about a bus trip. You check it out in Reno, but
SeaWorld,
we
and I
don't
like
do that now.
SeaWorld's fun. I like that too.
Yeah, we the only well we've stayed the 2 times. Well, we've actually been there three, but one time was many. I mean, too long ago, back in like 1987. But anyway, that was with a trip we won with a dealership. But
Mm.
but we've done the last the 2 times Janet and I did it by ourselves, and then we did it with her family, her brother and sister-in-law, and her niece and grandnephews. We stayed right on the property, so
Right.
it's cool. I mean, it's a lot more money, but I mean, my God,
Yeah.
there's just the
Convenient.
bus comes around every 15 minutes. Just takes you wherever you want to go. Hate heights. I get dizzy when I play up past the 12. Quentin, you play past the 12th, but hey, everybody has a different tolerance on heights. Bill, my buddy Bill in there does not like heights.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it anymore. I,
Not
but I just like Florida. I just don't like the way it looks, and I mean, I don't like the crime. I think they got a share of crime, that's for sure.
where in Florida?
In Florida, oh yeah, Orlando is really bad. But we
Wow.
went. I remember we went to Gatorland Zoo. It was in I think Kissimmee, and that was pretty cool watching those alligators. And you watch them during feeding time. You don't want to fall in. That's for sure.
Well, Janet,
Um,
we're having a hard time finding a place on near the Delaware, the ocean near outside of, in Delaware, outside of the,
really?
the main stuff. So she starts looking in Florida. I'm telling you, I get my second shot April 21st. Janet gets hers probably around the 15th or the 16th, I think. I forget what date she scheduled because she got hers a week ahead of me. And I told her middle of May, man, we are packing up and heading south. So our trip is going to basically be we're going to head from Baltimore to the Outer Banks, stay the Outer Banks a couple of days. We're taking the dog with us, and there's dog friendly hotels everywhere. We noticed this, especially down south, years ago when we went down to South Carolina. And then we're going to hit Charleston after the Outer Banks. And then from Charleston, we'll go to Dunedin. They were talking about the Dunedin. It's
Florida.
Dunedin, not Dunedin. It's Dunedin.
Dunedin.
So we were talking about that on the sports radio when I was coming back from the hospital with the shot. But and then on the way back from Florida, coming back home, we're going to hit Nashville because I want to go to the Musicians Hall of Fame because I
Oh,
think that's supposed to be very groovy. We got a message held for review. Show it, Zach. Zach,
that's,
there
somebody.
you go. That blackjack guitar nut, because he said, "Hey, blackjack guitar nut, it got held for review."
I don't understand that. I've never
I don't
seen
know
any
what
other chat
I don't know what
but
it is
mine.
about. What are the algorithm,
Algorithm.
whatever
Algorithm.
is flagging something on your name? That is so cool. He's the only guy that I know that has that.
Frank C is in here. Hi, Frank.
Hey, Frank, I met Frank. So so I can't show and tell. Do I have the box? I can show and tell this though, because I used it on my video last night. Of course, now I can't find them. They're probably underneath my laptop. But I got it. I didn't. The shirt I left downstairs. I got a. We met at Hanover, Pennsylvania, at Link's Music Store.
Mm-hmm.
What the goddamn picks? And I got these picks. Oh, here they are under the package. So I'll show you guys. See if this shows up. Won't you
Okay. Yeah, yeah. See
solo
here.
me for a minute? So these are U.S. Blues artist quality guitar picks since 2005. It looks like. Now they're wood or bone or something. And you see, I use a big pick. What I normally use is, well, I can't find it now. Can't find anything when you want to. But this is the size. This is the type pick I usually use, the plastic. Now usually use Fenders, which are just slightly bigger than this. But you can see how thick this is, and I'll tell you, I think it sounded okay on the video I did last night. It's real pointed though, so I kind of like that. Whereas this has more, you can see the difference. One's rounded, one's more pointy. So that's a new feel. It's I kind of like it. It's a real pointy feel. And then Mitch bought me the had got it at Sam's Club. So I met Frank C and Mitch, and we went inside the store. What was that guitar I almost played? A Schecter something?
Yeah.
It was pretty. It wasn't their cheapest model. It wasn't their most expensive, like $1,000. I almost played it, but I really don't. I don't need a guitar. Don almost bought a Schecter. I could have done something goofy like that, but I was kind of.
I thought if you saw something you like, you may have.
I'll tell you what. If they would have had an SG, if I had an SG and I'd have played it and used the fat strap and seen that I could play it standing up, I probably have bought an SG. Would have pissed off Janet big time, but I don't want to piss her off. But
yeah, I never seen any SGs in there.
So that's it on the new equipment. You didn't get any new equipment, did you?
What did I get? I bought something. Didn't I buy something there? I bought these. I haven't used them yet.
Oh, right. You got new knob for your Strat.
Yeah.
Volume and tone knob. Volume knob, tone knob, whatever they are.
Yeah. I haven't even put them in yet. For some reason, they wear out on my Strat.
Yeah, you were saying that. I've never.
I
don't play my Strat. I'm playing my Strat more now. All right, we got 23 watching. Let's go ahead and do the big collab. You want to do it?
All right. Yeah. Just you can talk about it a little bit while I set
okay.
It up
So
what it is.
Jesse will not be in. Jesse's guitars will not make the stream tonight because he and his wife have taken a trip to see some family members in way up in Western Maryland. And Jesse put this together. I helped them coordinate it. And we have 9 guitar players, including Mitch and myself. We got Marco Gunroar guitars. We got Tiro Empirism. So I hope I'm not letting the cat out of the bag here, but Empirism's first name is actually Tiro, T-E-R-O, which is a cool name. And he's from Finland. Then we got Hugh Caldwell from Scotland. We got Guitar Hack from Canada A. Daniel Horsley. He's down south somewhere. Is he Kentucky? I know Quentin's in Kentucky. Where's Daniel's at? Daniel, where are you at? Where are you from? Let me pull the pop-up chat back up. I forget where Daniel's from. Hey, there's Sixth Stream Brian. Hey, Brian. Good show last night, Brian. And then we got Rick Romanelli. So that should make 9 of us. And of course, Jesse, he goes first. He plays too.
What's the song we're doing? I forgot the name of it.
It is
The Thrill Is Gone.
The Thrill Is Gone by B.B. King. It's just the chord, the background. Right. Jesse made a backing track, which is spot on. There's nobody's singing. I guess Jesse can sing. He sings in his band. Hack can sing. We know Hack can sing. Go to Guitar Hack. He has some vocals on his some of his originals. And Daniel sings. Daniel sings well. I haven't seen Emperor Marco sing. Rick Romanelli probably does background vocals, but his wife sings in Rick's band. So anyway, we're going to start this off, and we're going to do a reaction, a very mild now reaction to the video. This, everybody does the Alibata reaction videos. This is going to be a interchannel. The name of the video is Interchannel BB Jam, I think.
You just tell me when you want me to stop, Don, and I'll stop.
Okay. Well, just go about 10, 15 seconds. We're going to stop after each player. So go start it up. Jesse comes up first, and then Marco, then Emp. Okay, stop. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story about little bit about each guitar that each guitar player is playing. Now this is the coolest story. And Jesse goes first. Now, if you look at that guitar very closely as it's frozen there, if you look under the tuning peg of the high E string, or at the very, very end of the headstock, look at the very end. Oh, I can't do it but there is an autograph, and that is Stevie Ray Vaughan's autograph. That guitar he's playing is actually, I think the year is 1996. Yeah, it's a 96 SRV Strat. It was a signature Stevie Ray Vaughan. That guitar is actually signed by Stevie Ray Vaughan. Now, here's how Jesse got that. He won that guitar in a contest in 1996. This is very cool. So the big rock station back in the 90s in the Baltimore area was 98 Rock. Now, they still have 98 Rock, but I don't know. I don't listen to it very much. They play too many weird songs that I'm not into. I like the classic rock thing. So 98 Rock sponsored it with what was a big music store back in the day, record store, record and tape traders, or record and tape traders. And they had this is how he won this guitar. It was a contest with judges, 30 guitarists. Okay. And they were judged, and they got up and played, and Jesse beat out 29 other guitar players and won this in 1996. Now, how cool is that? In December of 1996.
Very cool.
That is very cool. He played a rhythm and blues thing. He played like 4 bars of rhythm, and then he played 4 bars of lead, and whatever he put together. I don't think he has it on. You've ever been, back then he probably didn't do any videoing. Most people didn't back in the mid 90s, but so that's the story behind that guitar. And of course, Jesse is a very, very good player. So go ahead and let him finish. That's a very cool lick he just did there. Okay, so this is Marco from Germany, Gun Roar Guitars, and he's playing a very cool guitar. And it's a 1964 reissue ES345, 2016 model. He got this recently. He's done a couple videos, and he does his unboxing video of this guitar. If you go to his channel, Gun Roar Guitars, and towards the end of it, he does sounds of it. And I need help in the chat on this, because it's got a Veritone switch. Very cool. And it's that little black, what do you call that? That not the above the in between the 2 volume knobs above it. What do you call that style of switch, guys? I know one of you guys knows the name of it. But it's a nice guitar. He really digs it, and he said he wasn't going to use that Veritone switch more in his unboxing and demo of the guitar, but when he did do it, it really made a difference in the sound. It's very groovy. I don't need that stop.
Rotary.
Well, yeah, but it is a rotary, but there's a certain name. Let's see if anybody got it. Rotary switch. Okay, is that what it's called? Okay, rotary switch. I thought somebody said that style knob was named after a chicken or something. Anyway, but okay, so it's a rotary switch. But it really does, it changes the not inflect, what's the word I'm thinking of? The texture, whatever, of the pickups. I guess it takes them in and out of phase and all that stuff. So, all right, everybody's saying it's a rotary switch. But so anyway, That's Marco, and if you want to hear more about this guitar, he goes into depth about it in his unboxing video of it. He's had that. He got that, I guess, a month or 2 or 3 ago. So anyway, go ahead and let it run. Okay. All right, so this is Empirism is the name of his channel. His actual name is Tero, T-E-R-O, which is a very cool name, I think. He's from Finland. And the guitar he's playing is an ESP X-Tone PC1V. Well, they need to work on the names of their models. And it's a Paramount series. And I call him Emp for Empirism. He uses his guitar in a lot of his videos, and it's just a very cool looking guitar from the headstock down. It's got a cool headstock. It's a semi hollow body or hollow body, whatever. And it's got I guess a Bigsby on there now that I look at it. And I guess he uses that on some of them. He doesn't use it on this one, but it's a really nice sounding guitar. And I'm glad he used that for this one there. So that's Empirism. Check out his channel. He's got a lot of good stuff. So's Marco Gunroar. So we started off with Jesse. Now we went from Germany to Finland, and let it rip. All right. So Mitch, you tell us. Oh, Mitch is bluesing out with the sunglasses, dude. And he's freezing himself.
No, I'm not frozen.
Well, you look like you were frozen. So anyway, tell us about your guitar there, Mitch.
I have nothing to say.
Yes, you got. It's a 2019 Les Paul Standard, and tell us about it.
With the high performance pickups, they're burst buck or something. I don't know what they are. And I'm just getting a sound out of my Helix, which it was a clean sound. I just had a little bit of reverb and some delay. That's all I had on there.
Oh, I think you dialed in the BB tone real
well, actually, I did use Reaper to enhance it a little bit. Yeah,
that's cool.
I did some little EQing on it.
But then
with that handy share, I did one. It's not on this one, but
right.
That even made it.
Handy share is very cool. Oh,
it is.
Let me interrupt you. You can put the thing up if you want. But Sean Zimmerman is in the house. Thanks for coming in, Sean. Good to see you, dude. And take it away, Mitch. Go ahead, play. job, Mitch. Okay, so I am playing my Epiphone Dot 335 Dot or whatever. It's their take on the ES 335 of Gibson, and it's new and improved recently because I put the Lawler pickups, which we've talked about, and I've got a couple videos where I play just to a backing track, and I try to do a sound demonstration, a tone, the tones you can get out of them. Clean and all that. So one's a high wind, I think, in the bridge, and the other one's they're both Imperials, humbuckers, and one in the neck is just an Imperial, and in the medium and in the bridge is an Imperial high wind. It's called. They're very cool.
Now, when we finish playing it, there's you go into this little run, which you do it a lot, and not everybody can do that. And I'm always impressed that you can do these things. It sounds really cool, and it fit perfect.
Thanks. Let her roll. And this is Hugh Caldwell from Scotland, and he is playing a Tanglewood TSB 58, which is a take on the Gibson 58 Les Paul. And there's a slight similarity. He dialed in a comparable tone to like what Mitch did. Not they're certainly different, but there's Rick Gainer, guitar player. Hey, Rick, thanks for joining the stream. And I'd never heard of this Tanglewood guitar. And if you look up Tanglewood guitars, they're basically a big. They have Tanglewood UK and Tanglewood USA, and they tend to build acoustic guitars. But A, that's a pretty looking guitar, and B, I think it sounds real good. Let her rip. Okay, this is Guitar Hack, who we all know and love so well, with a very cool hat. This is a very cool hat. Now, Hack is playing an ES339 2015 model. Now, the ES339 is like the 335, but it's smaller. It's just maybe a tad bit bigger than a Les Paul body, or maybe the same size, but looks bigger to me. But it's got a satin finish. It's got burst bucker pickup 1 and 2. Burst bucker 1, I think, in the bridge. I mean, in the neck, and burst bucker 2 in the bridge. And just a very cool guitar. Now, he does a a very nice demonstration of all his guitars, and on the video on this guitar, what's cool about the satin finish is it was the year 2015. This was a new feature for that year, and what happens is when you play it, you rub out the satin and it turns to, I forget what. Hack, you can help me out. I don't know if Hack's still in, but it kind of relics in a different way than what you normally see with the scratches and the paint gone, but it changes the look of the paint from rubbing up against, in your hands and your arm, leaning on it and all that. So anyway, cool guitar, and Hack really surprised me with the tone he dialed in on this one. So let her rip. Stop it just a second. So what I was trying to say is the satin finish wears off and it turns into gloss. That's what I couldn't think of, because I just watched the video, the demo, his thing. So anyway, check out Guitar Hack's channel, and he does a whole video. It's about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. He did all his different guitars, and you'll see it in the little thumbnail of the video where he's got this guitar. Well, you should watch all of them, because he's got a lot of nice, Gibsons, and he's got he's got a lot of cool guitars. So anyway, that's what happens. The satin turns to gloss, so it's kind of cool. I'm sure can't really see it on the videos, but I'm sure in person it looks very cool. All right, let her rip. Okay, this is Daniel Horsley, and I got to tell you, if any of the Southern rock and roll bands down there need a replacement guitarist, he nails the tone, the feel, the licks. His own licks are great. So Daniel is playing a 2010 Gibson Les Paul traditional. That's about all I can tell you about it, other than it's real pretty. Nice red with the burst down there. I think it's red. That's the best I can see. But that's the most I could come up with that. I didn't email him to get any particulars about it, but it's a Les Paul traditional, and he uses it in a lot of his or some of his videos, and very, very cool guitar. It sounds good. It's a Gibson Les Paul. What's not to like? All right, let her rip. Okay, this is Rick Romanelli, and this is a very cool guitar he's playing. It's a Paul Reed Smith S2 Starla with a Bigsby, and I don't have the particular year that he got this, and Rick on his channel, he does a couple different videos playing this, and one he discusses it quite a bit in between playing. Rick does a lot of cool videos where he plays to a backing track or whatever, and then he'll stop and talk about something different or about the guitar he's playing or whatever. And then he goes back and plays. He has a different style on his videos, which is very unique and very cool. So let her rip. So there you go, folks. I thought that was a pretty groovy video.
It was.
What do you think, Blues Man Mitch?
It was great. And like I told you before, you can tell the guitar people that know theory between the people that don't. Not saying that it all didn't sound good, but like Rick Romanelli and Jesse, they were great.
In particular,
everybody was great except for me. Everybody was great.
Oh, get out of here! You nailed it, man. You nailed the BB tone. You had some good licks in there. You threw in a couple octaves that shocked me. And we want to welcome Amanda Combs. She's in there, and somebody else snuck in here late. Old Man Dan. What's Crap Guitar Show? He's still Old Man Dan to me. He changed the name from Old Man Dan to Crap Guitar Show, but he's got a very groovy channel too. Check him out. And yeah, I think everybody did a good job on that. That was a lot of fun. It was a little tough because the backing track that Jesse made was actually 12 minutes and 30 seconds or something long. And he wanted us to jam for the whole 12 minutes and 30 seconds to it, which for me is a piece of cake. But for some people, that's a little much. But it makes it so much easier when he meshes it all together to make the one video. So we lost a couple players because of the length of what we're trying to do. So we're going to, down the road, it's going to be a while. I think Jesse's going to take a little sabbatical and work on some original stuff. So I don't think we'll see as much content on his channel. But when he does come back, he's going to have a lot of good stuff because Jesse has a lot of. He's a very talented dude. He can do a lot of different styles, which separates him from some of us other.
The man from the boys.
All right, you got to take your sunglasses off, man, because I'm starting to think like you're. I
got the sunlight that's shining on me. It's kind of getting my eyes.
You look like a.
Thank you very much.
What are the guys? Secret Service agent. Like you're going to take a bullet for the prez.
Oh, I took the wrong thing off.
There you go. Put your headphones back on.
What?
All right, Mitch is back.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Oh, by the way, if you're still in here, Six String Brian. So sure. I got interrupted on your show last night, so I watched the replay, and Don was telling me. So I was looking at the Elgato Stream Deck Mini. They have it on sale at Micro Center for like $80. The only thing I would use it for is just changing different scenes in OBS. But why do that when I can do this? So I don't think I'm getting the Stream Deck.
Mitch, the cool. Wizard. The Wizard.
No, it's just short.
Again.
It's just you're using keyboard shortcuts. So
Anybody remember any of the old other old farts in here in the chat? Remember the cartoon Mr. Wizard, Mr. Wizard? I think it was Timothy Turtle and Mr.
No,
Wizard and huh?
no,
You don't
no.
remember that? Oh, that was one of my favorite cartoons when I was a little tyke.
I Felix the Cat, Popeye, I
Felix was
guess the
cool.
Flintstone, or my favorite was Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest was my favorite.
That was big time. That was Friday night. That was a Friday
Haji,
night cartoon
Haji,
before they
Haji, Haji.
and Bandit. Bandit was the
Bandy and yep, yep.
little boxer or no bulldog, mini bulldog puppy.
Now
Somebody
I
else
can't
remembers
stand. I
Mr.
can't.
Wizard. Mr. Wizard. Timothy the Turtle would always get in trouble,
I can't stand
and
watching cartoons now. Can't stand it.
oh,
I've
they
never
can't show
watched.
half of them. They can't show half of them because they're not politically correct.
To this day, I've
This
never
world's
watched
going to shit. In my
I've never
opinion. I'm
watched an
sorry.
episode of The Simpsons or South Park. To this day, I mean, I might have watched a couple minutes here and there, but I've never watched one whole episode.
Never watched South Park and The Simpsons. I just did not get The Simpsons, man. The dealership I was working at when they were big, all those guys would come in the next night, the next day after the show, and all they'd be doing was talking about the Simpsons and imitating, Dad Simpson. What was Bart Simpson? What was Dad?
Yeah, I
Whatever.
didn't
Bart
watch
was.
it.
I don't know. Homer was the father, I think.
Homer.
Yeah, The Simpsons was not my thing. Any new? Now I know that he's not in the chat tonight, but Brian S was going to Guitar Center. God knows what he's buying again. He is. He's a wheeler dealer. That Brian S. You know that?
Yeah.
So he's going to. He was at Guitar Center earlier today.
Yeah, I thought about going there and see. I like it when I can go there. I can go down the street and do it all at the same time. Micro Center and Guitar
Yeah.
Center.
You probably have more fun in Micro Center than you do in Guitar Center.
Just as much. I mean,
all
like
gadgets.
I'm not a Mac guy. I've never used a Mac, right? But I've been thinking about getting one lately because the newer Macs, the newer CPUs, they're better, and you don't have to buy a high end one. But the only reason I wouldn't get it would want to get one was so I could get a Final Cut Pro. It doesn't make sense to spend all this kind of money. I got 3 PCs here, and they work fine.
Yeah. I could be tempted to go. I could be tempted to go Mac just for GarageBand because, like, Daniel Horsley uses it very effectively. Jesse,
Right.
that's all. That's basically what he uses. He does have a head rush. He really hasn't dug into the head rush yet, but because he's so used to GarageBand, but he was getting tired of the sounds that he was getting out of GarageBand. That's what he was using for his effects mostly. I think he kind of like gave up. Didn't give up, but stopped using pedals so much.
Well, there's another one for the Mac that they have. I think GarageBand's free; it comes with it. But there's another one
Is that right?
Well, there's another one that works on Mac. But I wanted Final Cut Pro Video Editor. It only works on a Mac, unless you make a Macintosh or Hackintosh. I'm not going to do that. But anyway,
I'm sure that's what Jesse used for the video we just watched.
DaVinci Resolve will do anything, if not more, than what Final Cut Pro will do. It's just a learning curve, and
Right.
it did crash on me last night. First time since
Again?
I did everything.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was doing. What was I doing? Actually, it was putting the audio on the intro that I played tonight in our intro, and it can crash a lot.
I don't even know what this
DaVinci
crashing
Resolve.
bit is about. It
It
makes
just
me want to
freezes
not
up. It
delve into
doesn't
all.
respond, and
It makes me
Logic-
not want to delve into some of this more technology that I'm trying to bring. I get started, then what's it been
Right.
2 weeks now since we did
shotcut.
OBS and Shotcut
right.
and all that stuff. Oh, incidentally,
OBS
folks,
never- OBS almost. I don't think I ever had a crash from OBS.
well, that's good. That's good.
Maybe if I had the wrong codec or something, to set up in my video or something like it. But it's really stable for the most part. But now I got all these plugins in OBS. It sometimes it takes a while to switch over.
Logic Pro. Logic.
Yeah, that's the
Logic
one. I
Pro.
think it's a paid program for Mac.
Oh, okay.
A doll, paid doll.
Incidentally, folks, I'm just drinking iced tea tonight because I read one thing, although I tried to reaffirm that because I like to drink during the show, but it's one thing I read said after you get the COVID vaccine, you're not supposed to drink for 6 to 12 hours or something. So I'll wait and big announcement. Tomorrow night, if you're not sick of us after tonight, you can watch Mitch and myself. Mitch, come back.
No.
If you haven't got enough of us tonight, we're going to be on the Guitar Hack Show tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the Guitar Hack channel. So come by and see us again. And I will. Tomorrow is going to be a monkey shoulder night for me. And I don't know if Hack's got to run the show, so I don't know if he. No monkey Hack. You're not supposed to drink after you get the shot right away.
When I'm not doing this show, right? You know what I'm watching? I'm watching Hack or the reruns. That's the only thing. Other two things I watch on YouTube because, well, let's check this out.
Let's check it out.
Let me.
You got a lot there. Mitch is in virtual land again. It happens to him about every other week.
So see, I have Guitar Hack. It's on my computer all the time.
Very
if
cool.
I'm not watching, if we're not doing
very cool.
Show.
Very cool.
So,
am I blocking Hack show? Yeah, I am. It's very weird with this. And very cool merchandise on his channel, guys.
Look what I just noticed.
Shirt.
Look.
What?
I didn't notice this until now.
What?
I got my Les Paul showing right. My Les Paul is showing right there. It's in the shot.
Well, the Mitch, your Mitch name badge is blocked.
Oh, it's covering it. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's covered. So, monkey see, monkey do. Yes, Brian. That's kind of what happens with Hack and myself. He turned me onto it, and I just re-upped. I had to get my Jameson supply was down to nil, and picked up a bottle of that. And I said, I'll get another bottle of Monkey. I want to get after I go through my second bottle of Monkey, I'm going to get a bottle of Chev's just to compare.
What'd you call me? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Keep on going.
So anyway, want to do videos?
Yes.
You froze again. I like how you do that.
No, I'm not frozen.
You could be one of those guys.
Yeah, I got startled for a minute.
Well, when Janet and I when she turned 50, we went to Italy, and when we were in Florence, we went to the Uffizi Museum, which is very cool. But outside, they've got these people that they're standing there. You think it's a statue, but then they move. They're in a pose, and then they go this way, but they're all chalked up, all white. They look like a statue, but they're not. You could do that. You could do that. You could go to Italy, Mitch, and do that because you know how to freeze. So, all right, let me.
Let me see if I can Johnny Bean. We have Johnny Bean in the house.
Johnny Bean, welcome to the house, man. All right,
we got three huge stars in here. Well, four huge stars here. Amanda Combs, Guitar Hack, Six String Brian, and Johnny Bean.
Copy link. Okay. All right. So we're going to do the videos. I'm going to try to do this without butchering it like I have done because I think I'm going to do it better, but I got to bring up the, so the first video we're going to highlight, you just watched it. This is going to go a lot quicker than it has in previous weeks, folks. I won't bore you too much, but this is the Interchannel BB jam. That's the link to it. You can check it out and watch it again and see how great everybody played in it, especially Mitch. And the next video is a guy. Oh, wait a minute. Go on heavy YouTube. Vintage. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is cool. I like this guy. So there's a guy, Vintage Tone is the name of the channel. And he did a video. It's called Heavy. Wait a second. I'm not doing this very good. Not very smooth. I'm not the wizard like Mitch. Anyways, Vintage Tone. And the name of this video, here's the link. And wait a second, I need to go to here. And it's an interesting, unique style he has. This is called Going Heavy, and he just jams. But I think he's a younger fella, and very, very good. So check out his channel too. All these guys, check out their channels. They're very good. And let's see. The next one is I can't. I only know I can only pronounce the guy's first name. I highlighted him earlier, but I had to do him again because. Wait a second. StreamYard. Bring up. Oops. Stop the camera. Wrong one. I'm so terrible at this. Paste. And this guy is. I don't know where he's from. I think he's from like Indonesia or somewhere in that area. And all I can say is his first name. Oh wait, I got to bring it up. I got to bring up the video. His first name is Shahrul. Huzafa or whatever, Shahrul. But this guy is very, very, very good. And check out his channel. This is a good video. It's a cover of somebody's song. I've never heard of it before, but very good. And then the last one. This is so lame. Sorry, folks. I really thought I was going to do this much smoother, but obviously I'm not. Bring up the pop-up chat.
Hey, we have hit 30 watching.
We have 30. Well, I'll chase them away with this segment. Okay, and of course, our dear beloved Daniel Horsley did a very cool video with a Telecaster of all guitars, and he did a Jimi Hendrix tribute and got some really unique tone. But he kind of nails it. You know, I wouldn't say it's spot on Hendrix, but it's very Hendrixy.
Hey, Rick Romanelli is in here.
Hi, hey, there's Rick Romanelli.
Oh, my arms are going. Where'd my arms go? Oh,
I don't know. But anyway, check out those videos, folks, because that's some good watching there. Some good YouTube views. You know, watching. What's the word I'm thinking? Good view. Good listen, if nothing else. And can't think of the other term. I'm off my game tonight, folks. I really need my monkey or my Jameson.
Like I said it before, we both said it before. You should see the show before the show. You would get a lot of laughs out of that.
Well, so this camera, this Logitech camera, I almost wish I hadn't used it tonight so I could show you. It clips on very nicely on the first very nice computer that Mitch helped me pick out, the Acer, because it's a laptop. Both my computers are laptops, but the monitor part that flips up that I'm watching on the Acer is the perfect width at the top for the Logitech camera to fit on top of the camera. Well, that's a Lenovo. The Acer, which I'm using right now, is much thicker. So you have to, it just kind of like balances there. And the way I'm banging into stuff all the time, it just knocked the camera off. So I put it on the tripod, which it's working. It works out fine. But so I brought the Lenovo computer up here, and I think we started at around 5 o'clock? No, 5:30.
It was
around 5:30. It was 5:45, whatever. Normally, me and Mitch get it in the green room. We start prepping for the show around 6:30, maybe 6:15. We spent a half an hour. And we did the team viewer thing. He was in my computer, and it just the interface wasn't being recognized. The lapel mic wasn't being recognized.
Well, I think that would have worked. I think that started working.
Well,
but it was we couldn't get the UART44 to.
So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Lenovo downstairs, Acer upstairs. So that's. But if we could have had that filmed on camera, I got to film this sometime and put up a video. It's like Keystone Cops for me, and then Mitch is like very patiently trying to.
I'd have to spend half the show would be blurping out, taking out cuss words. Or something.
A lot of bleeping would be, bleeping, beep. Hey, there's Speed for Hire. Welcome to the chat. Wow, got a lot of folks here tonight.
Dave's Guitar Channel.
20s. We're down to 27. So I did
Lars
chase a few away. I knew
Guitars.
I'd chase a
Hey,
few away.
Lars.
Yeah. Lars has been around. He's been here. Let's bring up the pop-up
Actually,
chat.
I just came in. I was busy. I just came into. I wasn't able to start at 7 o'clock. I was doing something else. Sorry for being late. I was just. I'm joking.
No, we actually got it started. There's Dave Guitar Channel. Hey, Dave. Dave's got Dave doesn't have an exact schedule, but he does a lot of streams during the week. So he's got some group, he's, and especially, because he's on for a very, very long time when he's on. So like the other night, he did a couple hours on pedals. Very knowledgeable guy. Used to run a big music store, plays in a lot of bands. He's got a good show, but no set time. Like we have a time, Hack has a time, a lot of people, Brian, Six String Brian has a time. And check out Six String Brian on, what's he call it? The Ramble or something on 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. So
by far, Six String Brian has the best audio and video production of any YouTubers that I can think of. Period.
The best line last night on Six String Brian's was Hack. He goes, because Brian's got like 3 cameras, one straight on, like me and Mitch are straight on. Of course, Mitch has got cameras all over the place too. And then he's got another one that'll show you like the profile, like an angle, head on, kind of on an angle. And then he's got one in the back for when he. And so it looks, and Hack says, better tell that plane to change its flight pattern or something, because it looks like the whole setup looks like air traffic control.
Dave's Guitar Channel. He does have 2 set times, 2 days, Sunday and Monday at 9 p.m. Those are always. Then sometimes,
right?
And of course,
then sometimes he'll have
instructional videos, and then he might do another one here or there. But those Sunday and Mondays,
I didn't realize they were set.
They've always been set.
Oh, I have a set time. Oh, well, what do I know? Don't go by me. Just there. Thank you, Dave. 9 p.m. Sundays and Mondays.
See you later, Amanda. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by, man. It's very cool. And we're running out of content tonight, Mitch. What's going on?
We're doing pretty good.
So anyway, you were talking about you did a bus trip. Let me tell you this. It's not even that great of a story, but I'll tell it because I like to tell stories. So
like it.
Mitch was talking about the Orlando, Disney World, and all that. And what'd you go to? Was it Cape Canaveral?
Yeah, we did.
Is that what it's called?
It goes back. I don't know. Sometimes it's Cape. I don't know what it's called now. It was Cape Kennedy, Cape Canaveral.
Cape Canaveral, whatever. Well, I get them. They're probably different. But anyway, so you went and saw the what is it called? What's the big plane?
You saw the space shuttle.
Space shuttle. So you did a bus trip, and the guys narrate and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So years ago, the one dealership I was at, I wanted, they had this dealership was cool dealership way out in the country, and the general manager had some cool contests. And the one contest for the month, you had a choice of you go to Disney World, or go to Reno, Nevada. So we had just been to Disney World. We don't feel like going back now. So we did to Reno, Nevada. And this is like around 1990, Desert Storm days, 1990, 91, maybe 91. And so we went out there and we did a bus trip to Virginia City, because Virginia City is near Reno, up in the mountains, and very cool place, Virginia City. We went back there later on by ourselves, with just went out there. But anyway, so we're on this bus trip, and we're supposed to go by the Bonanza, where they filmed the Bonanza show, the
really?
Ponderosa, the little log cabin. But we never made it because we got about maybe 5-10 minutes outside of Reno, and these people wanted to turn around and go back because they thought there was going to be more gambling. The whole trip was like Reno to Virginia City to Lake Tahoe, and then back to Reno. And they didn't really want it. They thought these people wanted to gamble. It's like, if you wanted to gamble, why'd you get on the bus to begin with? So we didn't have enough time. We didn't get to see the Bonanza house. But anyway, so they stopped. We did the Virginia City thing. Virginia City is very cool. But what's really funny is Virginia City is like the city, where I guess Hoss and Little Joe and Adam and Ben Cartwright went into town and all. and it's flat as can be when they're in town and when when any of the Bonanza reruns, right? Well, let me tell you something. Virginia City, there's not a flat area in that whole town. It's the whole thing's on a hill. It was a mining town, and it was it's, it shocked me how it was one big hill, and the buildings, and there were a few small casinos, but just slot machines, bars, like a cool pub crawl. So on the way back, they stopped at Lake Tahoe, and you get out, and that you got like 15, 20 minutes to take pictures and all that. So me and Janet were like, so this is 1990. I guess we were both around 40, in our 40s. Uh, and we were really enjoying it. We're taking pictures and all that. And we didn't, all of a sudden we looked around, there wasn't anybody, the bus was still there, but there wasn't anybody around. So we were holding up the whole show. We get on the bus and everybody starts clapping because, we finally got,
I kind of find that hard to believe, Don. Not
you do.
Why? No, not with you. No.
But anyway, that's my story for the night. We got to fill the blank space here,
Which is better, Reno or Vegas? I've never been to
Vegas, Reno. And so, all right, so we'll keep going with Reno. Okay, so that was in '94. So I don't know, maybe 15, 16 years ago. I don't know when it was. Janet was, on the internet, and she saw this thing. They were having camel races in Virginia City. And that sounded really cool, right? So we got this big, camel race, and the history of it is they used to actually have real camel races because, years back in the 1800s, whatever, they thought, with the desert and all around, the camels would do good, so they imported some camels to the out west, and it didn't pan out, but so we wanted to go see Janet wanted to go see the camel races. I said, Reno, casinos, I'm in. Let's go. I like Virginia City. It's just a really cool place, a lot of cool bars. And, and instead of doing a bus trip, we rented a car. So we go to this, we're all excited. We're Reno. Reno had changed, though, unfortunately. They had a lot of cool little tiny casino dive, like, you have real fancy bars, you have dive bars. Well, they had a lot of fancy, a couple fancy casinos in Reno, but they had a lot of what I call dive casinos, real small places, real weird, gimmicky games on their blackjack. But when we went back, 90 to, 10, 15 years later, most of those were closed down, and it was nothing but like pawn shops. Something had happened to the economy there. You still had the big casinos, but you only had about 5 or 6 big casinos, and there weren't any of the little tiny ones. So anyway, we rented a car and we drove to Virginia City. Now that was a scary drive because you're going up around this mountain, and Janet's saying, "Oh, look at that!" And I'm afraid to look because I'm telling you, they've got guardrails and all, but you're going around curves and all. You almost got dizzy going around these curves. You had, So anyway, so we get to Virginia City. We're all excited. We're going to see the camel race. Oh my God, what a big letdown. They had this area you had to walk down to, roped off, and they had a couple camels, but most of it was like emus and other races. The camel race, I think, was like about 2 minutes long. And we paid money and got special seats, and the special seats weren't any different than the other seats, which we don't mind. It wasn't a matter of paying the money, but, we thought this was going to be a real big, racetrack type thing with camels racing, or a straight line, like what do you call it? A quarter mile, track where the horses run in a straight line. It was but Virginia City's so cool. We still had fun. So there's my Virginia City stories and the bus trip. Mitch, take over. Come on. You gotta keep the momentum going. We're going to lose.
I have nothing to say. Yeah. Bus trips. We used to go on up here in Hanover. We used to have this company called Lincoln Bus Tours, and I think they stopped doing it. I think they still work as a school bus, but anyway, we went to Myrtle Beach, and then we did the tour of Charleston for a day. That was pretty cool. It's like where the Civil War started at.
Oh yeah,
It was really cool. So we met the funny thing is about it is like this is in 2002. I think around 2002 because it was or either 2001 or 2002. And we met this other couple, and they're same age as us. Like my wife's 4 years older, 4.5 years older, and my buddy. Anyway, so we became close friends with these other people, but everybody else, and we were in our early 50s back then or whatever, mid 50s, and everybody else was in their like 70s. I mean, it was like
I know the feeling. I know the feeling, dude.
We were the youngest on there, but we had a really good time. It's the first time was that we ever went to Myrtle Beach. I really liked it there, and then we've been there 2 other times. We drove down there 2 other times, but just so much to do down there. If you like the Grand Ole Opry, Boardwalk on the what's it called? Boardwalk on the not Boardwalk on the beach, Broadway on the beach or something like. It was like a little mall or something, and they have an aquarium there. It looks almost like Baltimore.
Oh yeah,
so that was pretty cool. And then we went to a blues nightclub, and they were playing blues, and they guys doing the John Belushi, the Blues Brother tribute thing. It was really cool. I like it there, but we haven't been there in a while. But we have not flown on a plane since 2005. That
really?
year, we went to Florida that year and Vegas. Well, I used to go to Vegas a lot. My parents live there, where they're going, so I don't have no reason to go there anymore. But I like Vegas, and
I love Vegas. That's my
and
favorite
I'm not
city
even
in the whole world, man.
I'm not even a gambler either, but I just liked it, and it's just cool looking. But I haven't been anywhere in a plane, like I said, since 2005. So when I was telling my wife, I said we should go to Florida. She says maybe Ocean City. Maybe we'll go to Ocean City. Haven't been there in like 5 or 6 years.
There you go. Ocean City. Well, I'll tell you what. I'd recommend going to Rehoboth because Ocean
I'll do
City
that.
now.
We do that too.
Well, the reason I'm saying is because Ocean City has got an issue now with kids.
Yeah, I saw some not so nice
exactly
videos on YouTube.
Depends where you stay. Now, if you stay at one of the if you go, I would stay at a nice place, and then you don't have to worry about it because other than going out to dinner or to the boardwalk, But I don't know. I think it's nicer down in the Delaware.
Yeah, we always go up there for a day and walk around.
And then you got the outlets. You got the outlets to shop. You can get good deals at the outlets if you gotta look around.
Right.
A lot of the stuff, I don't think the prices are any different than if you go to Macy's or Boscov's or whatever the store du jour is.
Now we like.
I buy most of my clothes at Walmart.
Now we like Boo.
Although Target has some nice stuff too. This is a Target
Thrasher's fries. Of course, I'm not going to eat any of them anymore. But they're always really good fries.
You're doing good, man. You're thinning down. Your face is getting
thinner.
I
got on a scale today, 23 pounds in 18 days.
You're chill. I know you can do it. Now you just got to, keep at it and go moderate. If you cheat moderately.
Oh, I don't. No, I haven't been cheating.
Barstool racing. Yeah, I could get into that. I'd be a player as long as I'm not driving. That's the problem. It's like I really can't cut loose unless we go on vacation because you can't drive, man. You can't be, you can't take a chance. So Charlie S. Charlie S. joined us. If you, I don't know, you caught that. Hey, Charlie S. Thanks for coming in.
So you're going to drive down when you go on vacation. You're driving.
Yeah, we're going to drive down, and I got it mixed up. First stop is going to be the Outer Banks because that's North Carolina, and then the second stop will be Charleston.
Right.
Because we hit Charleston. And we went out to that. What's the name of that fort? I can't remember the Fort Lee.
I
think it's Fort Lee.
Fort Sumter.
No.
That's where it's.
Is it Fort Sumter? Is that the one
in Charleston? Yeah, it's off the water. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fort Sumter. What do I know? But that was cool.
But they have the markets down there too. They have the markets down there. They'll have markets down there too. You can walk around at the markets.
So did you go to the fort? Did you go to the fort?
No. That's only you got to go and take a boat for that. But you'll see. Yeah. It's not.
That's cool though. They do a flag. They do a big ceremony where they fold up the flag. It's really cool. It's a big ass flag.
Like here, I'm how close I am to Gettysburg, but they used to have a lot of reenactments, but they're stopping it now because it's not politically correct.
So that and COVID too. But even if it
Well,
wasn't for
yeah,
COVID,
that too.
you know,
But before COVID, they were stopping it.
yeah, I mean, well, I guess eventually, well, I don't want to get into politics. So I guess
Yeah.
eventually I have to start ripping down half of the statues or all the statues. It's, you know, we're not going to get into that. But anyway, so everybody's congratulating you, Mitch. See, they're cheering you on, man.
Oh yeah. What did they congratulate me for? I had to think about it for a minute. Yeah, I got a long ways to go. Like I lost. I guess like 2 years, 2 years ago now. I started,
You
and I
got
lost
thin,
about.
dude.
I lost about 80 pounds. Gained 100 back. So now I gotta lose 100. Well, now I gotta lose about 78 more or something. I got to keep it off this time. It was so
Baby
bad.
steps, dude. Baby steps. You
My
do baby
knees were
steps on the weight, and I'll do baby steps on this technology that I
cigarettes.
can't figure out. Well,
Oh
no,
my
that ain't
gosh.
happening. That ain't happening. Although I'll tell you what, I got to go out of state now. Maryland raised the price of cigarettes $2 a pack. It is
Good.
now.
Good.
The other day, yeah, I know. You know, say that. Go ahead. So the other day I went out and I forgot my cigarettes, and Janet had to get a see her doctor about an MRI on her shoulder. And luckily, that was, you know, just nothing serious, but you know, just on discomfort for a while. So I had to go get. I just went. I forgot my cigarettes. Got by and bought a carton, get a little bit cheaper. And God damn it, it was $9.75 for a pack of cigarettes. I swore one day that if I ever got to $10 a pack, I'd quit, but I won't. But I'll drive out of state and get them. You know, they'll be cheaper. I'll drive to West Virginia, Harper's Ferry area. Go into West Virginia somewhere over there around that area. You know what I'm talking about? Where you
Yeah,
go
I know
through
what.
three states. You go through Virginia, Maryland, and West Virginia, all in one little, mile or quarter mile drive up there, or go down 301 to Virginia. They'll be
Does your
cheaper.
wife smoke, Don?
Yeah, she
She.
smoked.
Oh,
We
she
we
does.
both smoke like chimneys.
Margaret smoked when I met her, but she quit over 30 years ago.
Speak for hire. I agree, Don. No drink and drive. Always pull over when drinking so you don't spill your drink. Oh my
You know,
God.
I have I got two brothers and two sisters, and my parents. Everybody smoked in the family, but me. I mean, I tried it, but I never got it. But my dad smoked until he got like he started getting Alzheimer's and stuff like that, and dementia. Because he was smoking until he was 80, and then he just because he was going crazy, he stopped. Just all of a sudden.
All
But he was
right.
a heavy smoker.
Yeah.
But I think
Well,
it's what I think. My
yeah.
mom died of cancer, and
Yeah.
I think it had
I'm
a lot to
sure.
do with it. She was a big
Yeah.
smoker
Well, I
when
mean,
she was younger.
My father quit at 80. I mean, at 50, 55, 50. I don't know. He was under six. He wasn't 60 yet. He quit.
It's like my
And, but
mother.
he lasted until 80 and a half or whatever. But he died of lung cancer. But, he smoked all his life. But, got to go. Something's going to take you. So if it ain't this, it's that. Um, dude, I'm out. I just don't have I'm not drinking my monkey. I'm not drinking my Jameson. I'm certainly not drinking those bottle. But here I thought not a story, but times have changed so radically. Talking about drinking and driving, and years ago, so like in the late '80s, when me and Janet we got married in '88. Before we were married, we were living together. I forget where, but I had about a 45-minute ride, 40 to 45-minute ride home from the dealership. And back then, you didn't think twice. I'd leave the dealership, stop at the liquor store. I'd get an 8 pack of the little pony, that Budweiser quickies, we called them. Some people call them ponies or whatever, the little, 8-ounce bottles, little time. I thought nothing of drinking 3 or 4 of those on the way home. While I was driving, back then you didn't wear seatbelts and you didn't think about, not that I'm proud of it, but there's many times that, I guess people had got DWIs back then, but you never really heard about it. But now it'll ruin your life, man. It'll ruin, your insurance goes up to ungodly portions. You got to pay a lawyer, you got to pay fines. And then for a year, you got to go to classes. And I don't know if you have to take urine test or not. I guess it depends how serious or how many time offender you are or whatever. But and then some of the guys that have repeat offenders, they can't get in their car without blowing into a machine next to the steering column to make sure that there's no alcohol in their breath. Of course, I've heard some people, they get somebody else to blow into it that hasn't been drinking so they can drive even though they have been. I mean, some people have a problem, but we, if we go out to dinner or whatever, if we start doing that again, I'll have one, at the most two, but they're spaced out, and make sure we're sitting around the restaurant having coffee or whatever for a while. Let Janet have another drink, because I'm not, I am not going through that ordeal. I've heard too many horror stories for people that
Yeah, I
got
remember some of the.
DUIs or DWI, whatever they call. I don't know what's the difference between a DWI and a DUI, or is even maybe they don't have a DWI anymore. It's just a DUI.
DUI, driving under intoxicated. I remember
Did,
what
did
like
they have a pot test? Oh, good. I'm sorry.
a pot
Good.
test. That's a good question. Um, I remember my company I worked for a bit worked what just shy of 46 years. I used to work in Columbia. We had a facility there, so actually I started up there. Um, so that was I guess 30 miles from Reynoldstown, somewhere around there. But I remember this young guy. Well, he he had a problem falling asleep. He getting these accidents, and finally he got in another accident, and he didn't survive that one. It's just a shame. He wasn't even drinking; he just had trouble keeping his eyes open. But then you had your people that did drink. My boss, he was a real heavy drinker. One of my bosses, and he was a big guy, real big guy, and he got pulled over, and he kind of manhandled the cop, so he lost his license for a while, like a couple years or something, or a year, at least a year. But
Can you imagine that, not being able to drive? I can't even fathom that.
yeah, not that I, it's not that I drive it. Like I got that 2013 Honda CVR, and I only have I don't even have 90 miles on it yet. And now I'm not working. I might go 3 or 4 days without going anywhere. And when I do, it's only a mile from the house or something like that, a couple miles from the house. So that my CRV will last as long as me, I hope.
Oh, Gary Tholander says, no, they have a camera attached to the breathalyzer. Boy, they're really getting high tech. They got cameras everywhere. I don't know. In Maryland, they have. Do they have in Pennsylvania the little boxes by the schools, so that if you drive by too fast, it takes your picture of your rear and you get a ticket?
Now we're lucky here because they have crossing guards. I had one yell at me once, and
No,
no, they don't have that here.
they don't have it.
Maybe in York, if you go to York City, and then only I think on Eisenhower Drive, where all the big stores are. If I'm making a left or something, and I'm going to catch the green arrow, and I might not make it. It's red, but I might go through it a few times. I've never got a ticket around here. Now I got to take. Oh, I got to take it once for New York City. I used to have a Honda Civic, and they sent a picture, but it's got somebody else's license number on it. It's not my license, and no, they made a mistake. I sent all the information to them.
That's cool.
But I think
a speeding ticket. A speeding ticket.
Yeah, it was going through one of the bridges or something. Yeah. One of the.
No, they got them. They got them all around the schools. But I tell you, and I think it's more of a revenue generator than it is to slow people down because of the school. But there's if that's the case, and I think that is the case, it's just more for revenues for the county. But they're so stupid because they'll move it from one side of the street to the other side of the street. I live right. I'm a third of a mile from the high school here in Catonsville. Okay, so they'll put it on down right on the road that I live on. They'll put it right down the street, heading the one way. And the one way, we get a lot of commuters from Ellicott City going through Catonsville to get to 95, because I'm right off of 95. Get up 95 in 5 minutes, and they'll move it. And then like right now they have it about 4 or 5 houses up the road, again on my street, which probably gets more because people, they have a sign, to warn you that it's there, but you don't see it till too late. You go flying, people go fly. They probably get more. But if they were smart, they'd leave that camera there and they'd put one on either side of the road, because you're only getting one. If they have it on one side and then they have it on the other side, why not just? I mean, they'll pay for that box and all and the maintenance of it within a week. They get so many people. So if they want to make it safe, Why is just one side being penalized? I don't know. The whole
Well,
thing's
yeah, around schools, I don't have a problem with.
I don't either,
Um,
but if they're going to do it smart and do it on both sides and slow people down. Why have it on one side for 3 weeks and then the other side for 3 weeks or 2 weeks, whatever? I don't know what the rotation is. It doesn't. It's hard to keep track of. It's not something that I'm really paying them. Other than I just know now when I'm driving around the schools, I drive 25, 30 miles per hour, so I don't get the ticket.
oh, it's here. You I think it's like 10 or 15. The schools around here. Real quick, since this is kind of a guitar channel, I downloaded TH3 full
Oh
or
yeah.
THU full from Overloud. It's a guitar emulator program, and I messed around with it before, and it sounds good. I was messing around with it last night, had it set up. That's why I started watching Brian's show, and I was setting that up, um, and I had it sounding good. And I'm using my Helix, but I had just a dry sound going into the DAW, and then I used the VST in from THU to go into Reaper, and it was sounding good. I got some nice effects going on. Um, and it's like I could have got it a couple of years ago for like $140, but I think now it's like 100 under $200. But it's good. I mean,
Well,
Frank C
that's a
uses it.
better deal than that's a much better deal than what you pay for a Helix or a head rush
Oh
or
yeah,
a
yeah, and that's what Steve from Boston uses.
I'll tell you this, if I was more adept at this at the computer technology and you see how bad I am because I can't
No,
retain it. If I
I
write
didn't notice.
stuff
I haven't
down,
noticed.
yeah, you haven't noticed. If but I would definitely do that. I mean, it's a much better deal. You get just as good a sounds probably, especially because everything I'm not going out and playing in any bars or anywhere. Everything's up here in my music room. It's basically a bedroom, jammer. $1,500 for, and I love the Helix. You can do all kinds of stuff, but I'm sure that program you're just talking about now is that you got to keep paying for it, or is it a one
No,
time?
it's a one-time fee.
That's a Preston Smith. I think that was you last night in Hippie's thing. He was trying out his new Tascam something or other. I think that was you, Preston, right? Yeah. Tell him he's not going anywhere and playing out. He doesn't need a head rush. Tell him to get the THU thing or another. There's several. That's not the only one. There's plenty of them that are out there. Or the Helix Native. That might be more money.
Helix Native is all software, so
But how
that
much
will
money
work.
is it? What's that cost?
Oh, it's going to be a lot. I don't know, but it's going to be a lot cheaper.
A lot
It's
cheaper than
like
a Helix
THU.
or a
Yeah.
Helix
Oh
Effects or
yes,
a
yeah. It's
Helix
not hard.
Stomp
It's
or
all
something.
software.
Yeah, it's all soft. That's all you need because he doesn't need it. He's messing with computers all the time. Everything he does is out of a computer for his show, right, Hippie? Right? That's anyway. That's what I'd recommend. He's going to get something smaller.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
Helix. It was a spur of the moment. I think it was with Frank C. Weren't we together when I got the Helix? You got the what's the other Helix? The Stomp, and I got the.
No, I got the Helix 4. I got
No,
the same one.
I'm
Oh,
talking about Frank C. We were at
oh,
Guitar
Frank C.
Center together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's kind of a spur of the moment, and I like it, But I got like I'm still trying to play. I'm watching like Jonathan Cordy or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get. Well, how come mine doesn't sound like theirs? And I'm doing the exact same thing they're doing. It just makes no sense to me. Although there is some good patches on there that I do like. Um,
Well, I bought him a few cups of coffee, and he sent me a bunch of presets, and I haven't gone through all of them,
yeah,
the
he
ones
sells
that
a
he's
lot of
done,
stuff. Yeah, he sells
but
a lot of stuff.
but
Yeah.
they don't sound the same. The one that, of course, but then he does snapshots, so I don't know how to do snapshots. I don't want to learn how to do snapshots. I should do snapshots, but uh, I'll spend another next 5 years or 10 years if I live that long to figure it out. And I'm having fun. And I think what I come up with, the sounds I come up with sound okay. I can get better. Speed for Hire asked, how's the sound in your studio with those solid wood walls, lots of natural reverb? No, I don't think so. I don't think they have anything to do with the sound. Uh, Keep in mind, anything you hear on my videos is going direct. Here, I don't have
Coming
it.
from your
I
Helix.
got it off the. I got it off the. I don't want to crash all my stuff, but what's cool about that, and if y'all are thinking about getting something and you don't want to do all this doll stuff, and I'll figure the doll stuff out. But in the meantime, I don't need the doll stuff because this is the QA camera. It's it's not it's terrible for a webcam, okay, but it's very groovy. Let me get the USB cable off. It powered by USB. Uh, it charges. It's got a built-in battery, so you can charge it. So you just need this. You put it on a tripod. It's got the swing out Hujima bopper, and this tells you the levels and everything. But what's cool is I go direct out of my PA system. Let me get rid of this cigarette. Go direct out of my PA system. So the guitar into the Helix, into the PA system, because I don't use amps. You can see my PA system right back over there, underneath Hack's shirt. And then from the outs from the PA system, go right into the back here. You can either do XLR or quarter. I just do quarter inch. I'm not into the XLR thing. I think there's benefits of that, but I'm not.
I don't know.
But anyway, and so you're getting it, and then you upload or download from the camera to the. I get it mixed up from the camera to the computer. Now, what's cool is you don't need Zoom products, but Zoom products must be hooked up with this HandyShare program because it gives you some audio editing. Oops, just kicked the camera. Kick the tripod. Audio editing things. Just you can add reverb to it. It sounds better. My videos sound pretty decent, I think, compared to using. You can use, or you can just use these things if you don't want to. If you don't have a PA system to plug in, you're just playing through an amp. These things do a pretty good job, but it sounds a little tinny. They're called XLR, XY mics. So they do a pretty good job. When I'm talking in the videos, you hear me talking into these things. I don't have a microphone set up. So sometimes I'll go in and I'll turn these off. So you're just getting the direct recording with the guitar and the backing track, or the Trio Plus is my backing track most of the time. But like last night, I did an actual backing track. So it's not cheap. It's about $350, $400, $360, whatever it is. But you probably get one used for around $250. But it's a great for YouTubers that aren't. I like to use my new word, adept at computers and all. It's a good option over learning how to use a DAW, digital audio workstation, and that's my 2 cents. But really, getting back to what you said, that THU thing, are you going to do some? Are you going to use it?
What's the name of your camera? What's it called?
Q8, Zoom Q8.
Zoom Q8, Preston. I have a Q4N. The little teeny one. I don't even use it.
Just a second, Mitch. Hey, Preston, the U44. Can you see this? This is an interface, and that would be a good interface because it's got a MIDI thing here. I know Jeff was talking about he wanted MIDI. Why he wants MIDI, I have no idea, because I don't think he's going to learn how to play piano anytime soon. But he might want to start doing that. Who knows? Who am I to say? But I think this is a good interface. I got it just because I've had good luck with the Zoom products that I've had, and it's a good. I think it's a good interface because, and the Zoom, this camera is actually almost like a that's the Q2N 4K.
And I only used it like once or twice or something to see what it was, and
But for YouTube, you don't get the benefit of the 4K with YouTube.
No, I was doing video. I was using it as a camera outside, and
okay.
Actually, I did a video when I lost that weight the first time with that, and it was
cool.
It's not bad, but it needs a lot of light, and like Don said, I can use this as a webcam too, and it's not very good.
Now the Q8 is a terrible webcam.
Yeah.
Do not get it, because that's one of the features of it.
It's a 4K camera, but as a webcam, it only lets you do 720. So you don't.
And it's very, very grainy. So I'm digging what Mitch got. Mitch is so generous to buy me this camera.
Actually, your video looks good too. It's
I think it looks. It's not. I don't think the light's been changing too much, but I think it does glow.
It's not too bad.
So we're gonna put. I got it written down here. we're going to install Logitech G Hub
G Hub.
on
See, that's
my
what
computer.
I'm using G Hub right now. Here, let me sell it over. And I'm using, so if I turn on auto, some of you can see the difference. Actually, it's kind of pretty close. But what I do, I turn this exposure down from the Logitech G Hub, and then I got these lights flashing on me, and what it does, it's less processing that the camera has to do for lighting, where I have actual lighting, and then it makes my movements much more smoother. So that's why I do it. Like I'll use the G Hub. That's a little too dark right there, so I like keeping it right there. So it only works on certain webcams, like maybe the 920 is on up or something like that. C920 is on up, and it will work on yours because it works on mine.
Preston, a Q2N. Here, Preston.
Ouch.
Tell you what. Where are you at, Preston? Are you in the United States?
No, he's in Canada.
He's in Canada? No, shit.
Yeah.
I wish you were in the United States. I'd send you. You want a Q2? I'll send you one. I don't use it anymore. Isn't that a shame? Preston, you're in Canada? God damn it. Hey, what would it cost? Could I mail it to Canada? Here. Preston, email me. Here's my email address.
You have one?
Yeah. April. It's downstairs. Shit, all caps. I'm such a bad typer. April Fool's 2020. Anybody else wants to email me? Have at it. Yahoo.com. I'll look into it, Preston. If I don't care really what it costs, but it might be too ridiculous but if you want a Q2N, that's got a built-in condenser mic. You can have mine. Email me at April Fool's 2020 at, oops, I got the at. What the? Oh, I already typed it in. Already hit send. So put a at Yahoo, of course. And we'll look into that. See what's involved and find out where you're at in Canada, and I'll do some research. Go to the post office.
It's
now.
Crazy. The prices are going up. Now the Q2N on Amazon, it's $219. That's more than the
Wait a second. Let me make sure this is the same camera. Let me look.
Yeah, everything's
Can you put it up? Can you put it up on the screen?
I
don't know how to do that. You know how to do that. Do that.
Hold on.
I think that's what I have. HD Q2N HD. It's got good. The video quality is good. The sound quality, it's going to sound kind of tinny.
Share.
I think I've taken down all my Q2N videos. Everything up is the QA. Maybe one of my early. I've taken down a lot of videos from. Oh no. Okay. I've got the. Well, I've got the older version of that. No, that's going to sound much better. That's going to better the mics up at the top there. Yeah. Well, but if you just want one to play with, see if you like it or not, that'll sound better. But I don't use it. I was going to use it as a giveaway, but giveaway contest. Hey, yeah, I'm not so sure. Yeah, you're right, Dan. Crap Show Guitar. The price is going up on everything because they're giving away all this money, giving free money to people. Me and my wife needed. How much was it? What did we get? $1,400, $2,800.
Yeah, $2,800. Yeah.
We needed $2,800 like we need a whole net. This isn't to brag or to say we're not rich or anything, but we have very little bills. We don't do anything. You can't even go out to dinner. I mean, I go down to the restaurant and get carry out and spend too much money that way, but it's not like when you go out to dinner and all.
She's using it to pay bills off. That's what she's using that money for.
Well, some people need it. Well, okay, that's good. But a lot of people are getting it that do not need it. I mean, people are taking their COVID money and invested it in the stock market, for God's sake. That wasn't the intention. For the government to start you out on your journey on getting rich or losing it all. It's kind of like going to the casino. I think stock market, but stick to my iPhone. Don't play well enough for anything greater. Well, that's
some of these
a lot of guys use iPhones are good.
Really
the
good
video
cameras,
quality is
ones,
excellent.
yeah.
The sound might not be up there with some of them, but it's put content out, folks. I like to watch content. I'm trying to get caught up. I purged my subscription list that I'm subscribed to again, but I keep getting new subs, so I got sub to their channel, and then eventually the government is going to get it back. It's coming. And I don't. Well, they are, but they aren't. They're gonna. It's the old. We're going to tax the rich people, and once they do that, then the stock market's going to drop. It's like, can you time it? Can you invest in buying guitars and guns? There you go. Guitars and guns. You better get your guns. that might not be an option coming up.
Guitars don't kill people, or do they?
No, they don't. No, they don't. All right, you want to wrap it up, Mitch? I'm out.
Yes.
I can't. Folks, thanks for coming out. I think, let's see, tonight's Tuesday, so the hippies on at 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Guitar Hack Show.
Guitar Hack's channel.
Try to come up.
That's gonna be cool. I'm gonna get my hack shirt. I'm gonna wear my hack shirt.
I will too.
It should be clean, yeah.
I got like 4 of them. One time I had 2, but I wanted to get he changed the no, I wanted to get a different color. I had a blue one and I had a black one. I wanted to get the red one. So I ordered the red one. No, I had one and I wanted to get a different color. And I had been drinking too much.
You?
Go figure, go figure. Me? And I ordered 2 by mistake, which is fine. I think I had changed my mind what color, and I thought I had removed the one, but I didn't. So anyway, I got and then he came out with a new logo, so I got my 4th. So I actually have 4 hack shirts. So, hey, we'll leave it on that. That I made a mistake drinking. Go figure. So anyway,
thank you guys. Thanks
Preston, email me if you want this. It's not that one that you're looking at buying, but if you want to play with it, see if you like Zoom or not, you're welcome to play with it and then pass it on to somebody else if they need it there in Canada. Somebody that's not as fortunate. So thanks for watching, folks, and we'll see you tomorrow night on the Hack Show or next Tuesday on our show.
See you later, guys. Stay safe, and thanks for dropping in. See y'all. Bye. Bye.